What's up, everybody? It's your boy Malcolm the GOAT. I'm back with another episode, episode 8. Welcome back to Ball with MTG. In this episode, we're going to break down the 3 cover athletes for the NBA 2K21 game that's coming out later this year. We're going to break down why they deserve to be on the cover and why they don't. So stay tuned because Ball with MTG starts now.
Yeah, the rollie catch me by surprise. I put myself on the line, betting on myself 1,000 times. Promise I'm trying to get right. Yeah, the rollie catch me by surprise.
All right, bet. So you guys know that NBA 2K is one of the biggest basketball games probably in history. It's probably the best basketball game in NBA history. This 2K franchise has revolutionized playing basketball on a video game. And I've been one of those people to play. I don't play now, but I've been one of those people that used to play 2K like all day. It's an amazing game. I recommend, especially if you're one of them young bucks. If you don't have really anything to do right now, turn on some 2K. I mean, can't go wrong with that. It's a lot that you can do. Play blacktop, play online, create your career, which is very, very cool. You can create your own team. You can be your own GM, which was a lot of what I was doing. I was trying to see if I could build a championship team, and I always did. But yeah, it's just something different for basketball fans. And this year's cover athletes are Damian Lillard, Zion Williamson, and Kobe Bryant. All right, Damian Lillard is the first one I'm going to be talking about. I will say this: Damian Lillard is one of the most underrated players probably in this era, and when it's all said and done, he would probably go down as one of the most underrated players in NBA history. But this season has been particularly a struggle for them. But not for Dame Lillard himself, he's averaging a career high in points, a career high in assists. His team is in a sticky situation. They're fighting for that 8th seed spot. I doubt they're going to get it, but they're fighting for it. Damian Lillard has always been a top point guard in this league. Last year, he was all NBA first team point guard. He definitely has his accolades show that he is an all-time great, but he's always been kind of overlooked just because he's been in the same era as Steph Curry. That's really the main gist of this. Damian Lillard has been in the shadow of Steph Curry. I mean, we saw them both kind of come up at the same exact time, and what Curry did kind of overshadowed Damian Lillard in a sense. It didn't give him enough recognition, especially when Curry was winning the championships. That's one thing that probably be the biggest separator between the two, because these two point guards probably will be compared forever. I mean, you talk about the top 2 point guards in the league. I mean, it's always a conversation between Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Kyrie, Russ. They're always in that mix, and he's always going to be in the mix just because he's an amazing player. He came really from the gutter coming out of Weber State. Wasn't even supposed to be Rookie of the Year. Wasn't supposed to be leading this Portland Trail Blazers team, but look where he is now. He's definitely a top. Been thinking about this one. I've been thinking about this statement. He's definitely a top 3 Portland Trailblazer of all time. I don't know if I want to give him that number 1 spot just yet. I would like to see him win a championship with this team, but I doubt it's going to happen. I really, really doubt it's going to happen. I just don't see any possible way. I mean, they've always had good rosters and good players and good dog type players. I mean, grinders, but they always found themselves competing against the Golden State Warriors, or they always found themselves underperforming. And I just don't see this Portland Trailblazers team, especially with him and CJ McCollum leading the way. I don't see this team winning the championship, and that's something that's probably I can't even say probably. It's going to taint his career. A lot of sports gurus and sports fans, I mean, when we talk about top players, we're always talking about players that won a championship. I mean, we talk about top players, we never bring up the Charles Barkleys and the Patrick Ewings, players that never won a championship, but they were still great. Damian Lillard probably be in the conversation with those players. And not to say that's a bad thing. It's just that I don't see Damian Lillard winning an NBA championship on the Portland Trailblazers. Now, if he decides to take his talent somewhere else, or if he gets traded, then maybe we can have a different conversation. But the way that this Portland Trailblazers team has been set up for years, they're not going to win anything. They may make a deep playoff run like they did last season when they went to the Western Conference Finals, and it definitely wasn't no fluke. I definitely believe that they believed. I definitely believe they should have been in the Western Conference Finals last year, but like they had to go against the Warriors, and the Warriors killed them last year. I mean, we talk about the greatness of those Warriors teams and how they've kind of killed like other players' chances of winning a championship. But yeah, and Damian Lillard is one of those players. He probably is the main player that has been affected by this Golden State. Well, in the Western, he's the main player in the Western Conference that's been affected by this Golden State era. And I just feel like that is what is going to hold him back for his career. But individually, he deserves to be on it. Individually, he's had an amazing season. He's had an amazing career so far. And I definitely saw him on the cover one day. I didn't know it was going to be this early. I thought I'll give it a few more years, maybe 2K24, then maybe we're talking about a Damian Lillard on the cover. Just because, I mean, he's already solidified himself. But just, just give him a little bit more time to show what he still can do, because I believe that Damian Lillard can be in this game for a long time. We're talking about somebody that is almost Steph Curry-like. I mean, anything that Steph Curry can do, Damian Lillard can do too. We see Steph Curry pulling from God knows where, but Damian Lillard can do the same exact thing. Damian Lillard can do the same exact thing, and he's done the same exact thing. And I just feel like he doesn't get enough credit for what he does, what he brought to the franchise, what he had to do when LaMarcus Aldridge left, and how he still carried that team to the playoffs. And a lot of his greatest accomplishments will be overlooked just because he did not win that championship. And Damian Lillard, I mean, what more can you say? He's a hell of a player. He plays hard. He plays good defense. He's everything that you want in a point guard. He's a true leader, and he's all about loyalty and respect as well. That's another thing that you need to have in this game: loyalty and respect. And every player respects Damian Lillard. I have not seen. I mean, from the interactions and all that good stuff, I've never seen a bad interaction with Damian Lillard. You could tell these players respect this game. You could tell they respect what he brings to the table, his leadership, his ability to win at certain times. I mean, he's just an all-time talent. He'll definitely go down in the Hall of Fame. He's definitely a Hall of Fame point guard, and definitely has been a top 5 point guard in this era. These past 7-8 years, he's definitely always been in the top 5. And we can't deny his greatness. But I just say all in all, just to say that, yes, he does deserve it. Yes, but are there other players who are more deserving of this 2K cover? Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the 2019 Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard, who still hasn't been on the cover yet. And that's what direction I thought they were going in with the 2K. I thought Kawhi was going to be the next cover athlete, but I was kind of shocked, but definitely not what's the word I want to use? Definitely not surprised. I mean, because this is Damian Lillard we're talking about. I'm not even going to repeat myself. I'm going to say he's an all-time great point guard, but I'm not going to repeat myself. But, yeah, Kawhi Leonard was more deserving of this honor. And I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, he was overlooked. Giannis is another potential candidate that could have been on this cover. But, yeah, I just say that to say that Damian Lillard, I'm So proud. Everything that you've accomplished has been great up so far in your career. Everything that you've done has been magnificent. What you have brought to the game of basketball has been amazing. You know how to connect with your fans, and I mean, I have the utmost respect for Damian Lillard as a person and a player. So I say congratulations to you, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. But no, now we move on from a hometown favorite. If you're from the Carolinas, we're going crazy about this one already. Zion Williamson on the cover of the next gen version of NBA 2K21. We're talking about a rookie on an NBA 2K cover, and that's just crazy to say. He's only played 19 professional games, and he's averaging 23.7 rebounds, 2 assists, a half a block, and almost a steal a game. I mean, those are some pretty legit numbers for a rookie. And I'm sorry, and he's while shooting 59% and 46% from three, which is pretty good. I mean, he's only attempted 13 of them, but I mean, he's made 6 of them. That's still pretty good. I mean, people didn't think that he'll be able to shoot the 3 ball, but it's looking pretty good so far. And what Zion Williamson, I definitely say he does deserve it. He's so young and experiencing a lot of success early on, and this is just another successful moment on the way. I mean, Zion Williamson was $100 million man before he even stepped on the NBA court. And that is insane. I mean, no other player. I mean, we're talking about LeBron, as much hype as a player has gotten since LeBron. This is the next LeBron, if you want to say who's going to take over the league. Zion Williamson is going to take over the league one day. He's already proven that he's special. He's already proven that he can win. Insert him into the Pelicans lineup. They instantly changed into a playoff team, and that was a beautiful thing to see. I didn't know how much of an impact that he could have on a game, but oh my gosh, seeing this guy play is just simply amazing. I just simply love watching him play. I love his passion for the game. I love his toughness. I love how he can fight in the paint. I don't know. Zion Williamson is up next, and to say he's only 19, he got a birthday coming up, but he's only 19, and he's already accomplished so much, and he'll more than likely be the rookie of the year. And it's going to be interesting to see him fight for that last playoff spot. And he's going to have to go through some pretty tough teams. He's going to have to compete with the Portland Trailblazers, who are also fighting for that 8th seed as well. And that's going to be a dogfight to see the two of the 2K cover athletes going back and forth at it. That's going to be pretty interesting to see. Yeah, Zion Williamson is he's already shown that he's an all-time great talent. I mean, even his college career at Duke was marvelous. His high school career at Spartanburg Day, and I was actually able to witness a couple of his games at the Chick-fil-A Classic, a couple at Ben Lippen. I mean, I just saw this guy really from his junior year become a star, and I mean, we'd see all the dunks and highlights and everything from him. And I mean, I'm like, yo, he probably only do that maybe 3 or 4 times a game. But legit, I'm gassing it a little bit, but legit, it's like every play, this guy, you have to make sure that you watch him, because if you don't, he's gonna fly high up in the air. He's gonna dunk on somebody. He's going to embarrass somebody. So, I mean, you always have to watch out for him, and for him to be so big but yet so fast, and the way he can get down the court is so scary, and especially he handles the ball really well for his size. And I don't know, I just see big things coming from this guy. I definitely see him ruling the NBA one day. I definitely see multiple championships coming from Mr. Zion Williamson. And I don't know, I just see nothing but greatness coming from him. Definitely deserving of this. I definitely Want to see how he can continue to live up to the hype, because he has definitely done that through all these endorsements he's had with NBA. I mean, with the Gatorade and Jordan, and he already had endorsement with 2K. I mean, I just want to see if he can continue to live up to the hype. I mean, because no other player has lived up to this type of hype since LeBron, and it's beautiful to see that he may just be the next big. I'm not even may just be. He is the next big thing. Also, I mean, and I do see the direction that was smart for him to put him on the cover of the next gen version, because I mean he is going to lead the next generation, and he is the next big talent. I mean, it was smart of them to do that. I gotta look at it both sides. I mean, this guy, he has experienced a lot of success early on. So how much more? I mean, what else can we give him after we give him this? I mean, he's literally already got like every other endorsement that can possibly think of. This guy is on everything. He is the face. He's the next face of everything, and he has a lot of power already. He has so much say so in what goes on. I mean, the league wasn't even going to start back up if Zion Williams. I mean, he wasn't a primary reason, but he was a focal point of the restart, and he made sure that Zion Williamson had a chance to make the playoffs. And to be a rookie and have that type of impact on a whole entire league, that's phenomenal yet scary. Because I mean, what more could, I mean, I'm not saying that Zion Williamson is a bad person and that he would want to use his power for bad things, but I mean, we've seen the NBA give power to certain players like LeBron, and we've seen LeBron literally does anything that he wants. I mean, and LeBron has never used his power in a bad way, but I mean, the tweet that Patrick Beverley put out. I mean, if King James say he hooping, they all hooping. There's no questions about it if they're gonna play. It's just that type of thing, and I don't know. I feel like there needs to be multiple people in charge. Well, not in charge, but needs to be multiple people coming and saying something when it comes to different situations around the league. And I just don't want to have one voice. And Zion Williamson is headed right in that direction of a LeBron. And I just don't. I feel like multiple players should be the voice of the league, or be the voice just in general. And I don't know, I just feel like this is very early on in his career, and I mean, this guy is he's only played, which is a good thing and a bad thing, he's only played 19 games. He's only played he's only ever played 19 games in his NBA career, and we've seen next generation players not much better, but like put a player like Jason Tatum on there, or even Ja Morant, who is competing with him for Rookie of the Year, put him on there. I mean, a player that's played majority of the season, a player that should be Rookie of the Year if Zion Williamson wasn't in the picture. Somebody that has just a little bit more experience, I would put them on the cover rather than a guy that's only played 19 games. Zion Williamson could come back and flop for the rest of the season, and I mean, it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't have put him on this cover so early, but hey, he's on there. I got mad props for him, mad respect. I have nothing but respect for Zion Williamson, so congrats to bro. Very excited about your future, sir. And then the final one is the Legends Edition, which is arguably the best edition, the one that everybody wants. It really had no other choice but to go with the Black Mamba. I saw no other option for this one, and he honestly deserves it 100%. This player is Kobe. I mean, this retired player is Kobe Bean Bryant, and RIP to the legend. RIP. That news. I wish I had ball with MTG because I would have shared my thoughts a little bit earlier. But there will be a Kobe Bryant episode in season 1 of Ball with MTG, so don't think that I forgot about it, because I didn't. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more insight on Kobe Bryant. But yeah, I just didn't see another player being on this cover. I mean, it's just, I don't know. This is a little, I'm not emotional, but it's just a little tough to talk about still. Kobe, or legend. I'm talking about a 5-time champion. I'm talking a 2-time Finals MVP, a person that wanted to prove that he could do it not by himself, but he could lead a team without Shaq. And he proved everybody wrong. Everybody that said he couldn't do it, he did it, and he won at the highest level. And his competitiveness is second to none. His work ethic is second to none. His drive is second to none. And I just feel like he was the most deserving player to be on this Legends edition. I mean, I literally saw, especially, I hate to say, especially after he died, I literally saw no other player being on this Legends edition besides Kobe Bryant. And that's just due to respect. We have to respect his game. We have to respect his legacy. And I think 2K went in the right direction with that, and I really appreciate them for doing that, putting him on the cover, giving him, just submitting his legacy one more good time. And I feel like we did that with the Legends edition on 2K21. But yeah, guys, I don't even have anything negative to say about Kobe being on the Legends edition, because there's absolutely nothing negative to say. He deserves it 1,000%, and if you don't think that he deserves it, then you're trash. But yeah, Kobe Bryant, all-time legend, all-time great player, all-time great person. Most deserving. This is probably the most deserving out of all 3 of the athletes. He deserves this one the most, and he's probably the most deserving cover athlete of all time. And I don't know, I just really appreciate 2K for doing this for Kobe. But that's it for this edition of Ball with MTG, episode 8. It was a beautiful episode, you guys. I really appreciate you guys for coming out and still listening to me, still supporting me. Appreciate everything you guys do for me. Continue to stream my new song, Surprise. It's still out everywhere. The link is still in the description below. Still got more content coming out for you guys every Monday and Friday, so stay tuned for that. And make sure you guys continue to rate me, continue to send me things. If you want me to talk about anything, you can hit me up on any of my social medias. They're all in the description below. But other than that, I appreciate you guys for listening again, and I'll be back for episode 9 on Monday. Boom! Peace out!
Yeah, the rollie catch you by surprise. I put myself on the line, betting on myself 1,000 times. Promise I'm trying to get right. Yeah, the rollie catch you by surprise. Tell me how you really like it. Why them tears going down your eyes? I'm trying to make you my wife. Yeah, the rollie catch you by surprise. Tell me, is you really about that life? When you look me in my eyes. Yeah, the rollie, 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 rollie.